Good morning from the Chang International Circuit, ladies and gentlemen. This is the TVS RR310 race bike, and here's a lot more info about what makes this machine different from the regular road bike. Take a look.
Debut in international road racing since 2018 with our Apache RR310. We started participation from MSPK. In very first participation, we made all 4 podium finishes with 1 winning and then 2 second places and 1 third place. So after that, we started participating in ARRC, and where ARRC 2020 first round, our rider Urapong made top 5 finish. It's extremely challenging and difficult in the very first year because we have to compete with twin cylinder 250cc engines. Then you can put up the scale up factor accordingly. But we could do top 5 with this fantastic machine. And at some point in time, we thought we need to involve top talents from all the countries. Also, we need to implement the many technologies as possible in our bike and do best lap timing and top speeds on the track. Also meet all track records. And so this idea lead to the introduction of very first time one make championship from TVS side in the international circuits. So that's how the concept started. And then so when we have this idea, the concept is made that we have to implement as many technology and good engineering concepts as possible. Only with the intention of best lap timing, also the best top speeds on the track, because we already have reference targets for us from AB 250. So with that, we made this bike. So you can see for lightweighting, we have done many modifications as Mr. Vimal explained yesterday. It has complete carbon body parts. It has helped us shed the weight a lot. And then we started with carbon wheel. Now carbon wheel is not used for this race, and we want to do some improvement on the carbon wheel design and start continuing from next season. And also the most of the parts are made of billet material, and when coming to the chassis and suspension, the ride ergonomics made for specific requirements of race rider. So suspension is we have a collaboration with Olin's team. We can see after each session, our riders will have a technical feedback session with our technicians. We have a Olin's set of Olin's technicians with us. These products are specially made for this purpose, specific to this product, specific to ARRC, and so this suspension is specially done for this. And when talking about the technologies, this bike has got RAM-AR system. We know that the RAM-AR system helps to some extent the turbocharger works. The purpose is to send more pressurized air into the cylinder. So it's working fine. For in our case, we have realized good boost with this RAM-AR system. And talking about the power plant, so the engine is extensively modified for lightweight. There are technologies like titanium valves, forced pistons, and a lot of ideas were implemented for friction reduction and temperature management. You can see the cooling system is much improved. When we improve the power, we can realize it only if we control the temperature and friction within the threshold values. So for that purpose, cooling is improved a lot. Oil cooler is improved, and friction, lot of improvements have been carried out. And then it has got twin exhaust, and we found it is giving much better results compared to the traditional single exhaust. And altogether, as we discussed, we realized 38% improvement in the bike power, and forgot the percentage of the bike weight. Okay, it's considerable weight reduction on the bike weight. The bike weighs now 110 kilograms.
With fuel? With fuel?
Yes. With fuel.
110.
Yes. And we can reduce it further if we replace with carbon wheels and some other ideas that we have in mind. We can reduce it by a few more kilograms.
What are these wheels currently?
These are not stock wheels, aluminum forged wheel. It is meant for racing purpose.
Carbon wheels
Currently we use RCB make wheels. They are very famous in ARRC platform.
Carbon wheels are allowed by regulation.
Yes. For one make racing, yes.
What about the ECU?
ECU is ARRC system, which is compulsory system for ARRC, and the ECU, this electronic system, uh, has many features, and we can precisely control the engine behavior with this. This has closed loop control system that it takes input from the lambda sensor and it controls automatically, so that we get continuous lap timing from start to the end. And then we have a launch control system, quick shifter system.
Up and down. Quick shifter.
No, it's only up. Down is down. It's not. We will not be wasting much of time in downshifting. Always, it's GP shifting is followed in this. Upshifting is critical and important.
These are running GP shifts. These
Yeah,
are running
GP shift. Yes.
And what about the brakes?
Brakes. It's totally aftermarket parts with specialized parts. Brake pads are different for consistent performance. Also, for temperature degradation should not be there till the end. And then it's much bigger disc compared to the standard. But to have a better braking torque. We started with standard brakes 300. It worked very fine. But only issue is the late braking when we attempt some overtaking moments on the long straight. And this gives advantage to the rider in terms of late braking.
Is the cylinder same?
Yeah.
Caliper is same.
Yes, and we tested. It's all arrived after a series of experiments. We tried all the parts from standard to all aftermarket parts, and we found standard itself satisfactorily working. And rider preferred the standard part in terms of master cylinder and the lever.
And in terms of the fuel tank,
Fuel tank is much compact. We made the mass centralization with the fuel tank. The fuel tank capacity is just 6 liters. And you can see it's pushed to the rider side maximum, so that we can reach the mass central. It's much compact because this grip, as I explained in terms of rider ergonomics, are right for different riders. We have used Thailand champion Orapong, also the Indian riders, to get some initial concept. After that, we came to Sepang circuit to do selection process. In the process, we get a lot of input from riders from other countries. So this is for the knee grip, we have to make it much compact this side, and height is also less, so that we can put only the precise liter whatever we need for the race.
Could you also explain the controls that you have?
Pit limiter we knows when he enters the pit, we should follow the speed regulation. So if he has to just press this, and vehicle takes care of the maximum RPM, it cuts off the RPM, and we will instruct the rider what gear he should enter. So it controls the KPH in this way. And the middle one is map selection. Mainly mapping we do with different fueling, with different ignition advancing. So the rider has, if he needs very sharp and aggressive power, or soft power for corner handling. Also engine braking is very critical in single cylinder. The engine braking is the main topic of discussion in all international formats. It will be MotoGP, multi-cylinders, or 250cc single cylinder. This is the topic. The team, every team is trying to crack and come out as good as possible. So we set map 1, map 2, map 3. All three will be different in terms of fueling, ignition, and engine braking strategy. And this one is launch control. Launch control will be useful when we take the start. So all otherwise it will become rider sensitive. It depends. Start is very important. First corner is very important. There is possibility that the rider who missed the start can get stuck behind some bunch, and he will not be able to come and come out from the bunch. So this is important. What you have to do is you have to just press the button, and then it takes care of the RPM. So you can keep it at the full throttle and do only the clutch control. It will not allow let the RPM to go down. When the speed, the bike speed reaches some threshold value, it automatically disconnects. After that, it will not be engaged. So that after that it will become normal, and you can make use of this feature. And rider can see all the RPM, gear shift light. He has to shift the gear at the right time. So he has to all data can be seen there, all information can be seen there. And after each session, we download the critical information from the ECU, and we analyze and we give input to the rider. If he in terms of TPS operation, if he is not using much of TPS, or if he is slow in the corner, or if he is doing something which can spoil the engine in terms of gear shift is late. So we observe all these things. Engine temperature goes high. So we observe all these things and we guide the riders accordingly to do the necessary changes. Also, we make necessary setup changes on the bikes.
In terms of the performance, how is the acceleration and the top speed different than the standard RR310?
Yeah, yesterday Mr. Vimal went and we did the track record to 11.2. And yesterday our lap timing was 151.3, which is 2 seconds faster than AP 250 two-cylinder bikes. And today, outperformed his own lap timing yesterday, and he did 50.8 in today's warm-up timing, which is brilliant. We got a good response from the whole community in the circuit.
Right.
150.8 today.
150.8 today.
Just using from like stock bike to other tracks. What are the different sprocket sizes that you use?
This is running with much lower ratio because the engine power is good and long track. For say in India, we need to run at much higher ratio. For circuits like this, we need. The idea is to reach the maximum power RPM on the longest stretch of the track. So we do sprocketting accordingly. Also, for lightweight riders, sprocket requirement will be different. For heavy rider, sprocket requirement will be different. For skilled rider, it will be different. So we take all into consideration and we design the sprockets for individual riders accordingly.
So individual riders can they can choose what sprockets to run.
No, we suggest them.
Okay.
Rider has to give us feedback, and because rider will not be able to suggest us technically what is the correct ratio for him. But we, knowing his weight and other factors, what we discussed, we suggest them the sprocket. We put some base sprocket. After track run, we get feedback, we see data, and we decide what is to be changed or it is to be retained.
So this is a one-make series, so the bike is common of course, but what all can the rider customize? Like you just mentioned, the sprocket sizes can be different. What else can the rider customize?
It's a good question. There are many parameters, but we don't let riders to change everything. But what we allow the riders to change is the suspension side. We start from suspension, very important. The spring preload can be adjusted. Kind of spring can be adjusted. He has the option between the soft, hard and medium. And preload can be adjusted. It's all turnings with clicks and turns, number of turns. Same way in the rear shocks. And compression rebound damping can be customized for the riders. And then the clip-on height and the angle can be customized for the riders. Foot peg, you can see the adjustable system here.
Yeah.
So they can move it slightly up, left, right according to the requirement and the rider specifications. And in addition to this sprocket, they can change sprocket. It's not multiple options like Open Championship. To keep it simple and fair to all riders, we give option between three ratios: one low, one middle, and one high. They can choose between them.
In terms of the tire choices, the
Tire has to be compulsory. It's Dunlop Racing combo, and so far we are running semi-slicks. But tomorrow we'll be staying here. You all will have the track run. After that track run, we'll be testing the new compound slick tires.
Okay.
With that, we expect some more benefits to our bike.
So as of now, it's the semi-slick or the rain
Dunlop
tires,
Racing
right?
tire, but it's race spec.
Right.
When dry condition, this is the spec. When wet condition, we have a special wet tires. We'll be seeing inside.
Right.
The main chassis itself remains the same. Or are there any?
Frame, we have not done much of changes, and we have cut down the unwanted parts from the frame. But swing arm, everything is modified.
What is different to the swing arm?
Swing arm is shorter. Shorter for two reasons.
Pivot point is the same.
Pivot point is same. Shock mounting point and the entire wheel to this. Because that is important tuning parameter on the track, because wheelbase designs. Too long is also takes lot of time in the corner. Too short is also leads into handling issues.
Yeah.
So this is arrived after experiment. These all this optimization took a long time for us. We would have the whole project we decided and completed in a few months, to be frank. But this testing took a long time.
How long for the
Optimization.
whole project?
Whole project, we decided the idea just 6 months before the whole thing. We started a discussion with official 6 months back, and we started preparing parts. Quickly we finalized the concept, and and then made a production of multiple bikes, 20 bikes, and parallelly we worked out on the optimization with Vorapam's help. He is our R&D rider even for Indian racing. We call him. We get feedback from him and optimize the bike for him, and then Indian riders also work along with him.
As an Indian, it is indeed a proud moment to see TVS Racing go international and successfully complete the One Make Championship at the ARRC. It's also great to see that the Made in India RR310 is being pushed to such limits. If everything goes well, we could actually ride this motorcycle very soon. But until we get you that ride report, take a listen to what the engine sounds like. It's lovely. That was the starting grid. What a beautiful sound. Could you ever imagine that 310 could sound like that? The 310 single could sound like that. It's giving me goosebumps. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Let us know what you think about this motorcycle, and do mention in the comments what would you like to know more about this race bike. Take care and ride safe.